This video is going to be about converting your old Kadron air cleaners to the newer style cotton reusable air cleaners. The original air cleaner looked like this, and the new one is just a little bit taller. The stud is designed in such a way that it's supposed to be loose. And here's your old one. In order to use the new ones, you're going to have to take that stud out. When you look at what's holding the stud, there's no screwdriver slot in it, there's no Torx or Allen or anything like that. It is just a rounded off, looks like a rivet almost, but it does have threads on the other side, so the carburetor is threaded. So I'm replacing that with the new one. And I thought, now with these new air cleaners, you have to oil them. Do not run them dry. You get the new cotton air cleaner, they look real nice and clean. When you hold them up to the light, you can see right through them, but you can't run them that way. You have to get some air filter oil. K&N is probably the most popular one out there. While we got this off, I want to show you the right side air cleaner for my dual Kadron old style air cleaner setup. What they did on the old ones is they put this tube in the base of the air cleaner, and you connect your crankcase breather to this, and it would take it and set it. It would goes right on here, and I suppose you decide whether you like that setup or not, but it works. This engine doesn't leak oil. It's not oozing out all over the place because of crankcase pressure. It wraps up to 4,500 RPM just fine and idles just fine. That crankcase oil mixture would have a tendency to make this carburetor run a little bit cleaner. A little bit leaner. I did not see evidence of any problem with the spark plugs on cylinder 1 and 2 where this goes. 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, look, the spark plugs all look the same. It's got 55 idle jets and 130 main jets, and the plugs look pretty good for the type of driving at 5,000 foot altitude where I live. So that's the name of that tune. We took this off and put the longer one in, and I gotta find my Loctite, because you don't want this stuff coming off and going down the air cleaner for sure. And I'm probably going to use my old base, because the replacement pretty air cleaners didn't come with that setup. And I do have a new seal that came with it, and that's going to sit right on top here. That's a pretty nice kit. I got this, it's just an Empi replacement air cleaner kit for the Kadron. If you have the old style air cleaner and buy the element only, it's not going to fit. You won't be able to get your top on. Just giving you a heads up on that ahead of time. Sorry about the mess. Figured I'd put you back on. You only have to take one of these adapters out, screws, and they don't tighten down so hard. I'm using some green Loctite. I'm not using red Loctite on a carburetor. That's for different application. You don't need anything that powerful, but you want to make sure that this screw does not have a chance to come out and go down inside your engine. There's no Torx head. I suppose you could go and buy something. I'm sure it's metric. but there's not a thing the matter with the old one. And that's what I choose to do. Your mileage may differ. And I was looking for a video. I couldn't find a video about this. And I was kind of like, oops, what do I do now? It did not come, the air cleaner kit did not come with directions. Don't over tighten it, just get it tight enough. This is supposed to be loose like this. This is to help your air cleaner center up and keep it in position. All of them that I've seen have been that way. Alright, a couple final words on this subject. This is going to be driven off-road probably this weekend. I do not like the nozzles that come on K&N oil filter spray cans. They squirt rather than spray. If you're careful and can find a similar aerosol paint can nozzle, and be careful, wear eye protection, it sprays a little bit better. Still not real good. This stuff is oily and it will kind of go on and you're going to get streaks. It doesn't do any good to just flood these things, just soak them to death with oil. You don't want to do that. It's going to wick into that cotton. I'd rather see you put 2 light applications on, and you can even go so far as to assume that which side of your air cleaner is going to be used as the top or the bottom, and go lighter on the bottom, because this is going to run down. It's going to wick down, and as you drive the car, it is going to spread around in that cotton. But make sure that you do get coverage, good coverage. Make sure that your air cleaner base is spotlessly clean. Get any dirt and crud that might be in there out. Put it in a solvent tank, but get it clean. You don't want to, and that oil's gonna get down in here, and you're gonna have a gooey mess the next time you service these things. So you want to, I'm using the old bases. It comes with a base in the air cleaner upgrade kit, and I recommend not just getting the elements unless you buy that whole setup. It won't have this crankcase vent tube in there, and I'm sticking with that. I'm sold on that. Big believer on it. Okay, then I'm going to use the old lid again. Want to make sure that's super clean. You don't have to tighten the hell out of these. These are nice and soft neoprene tops, and the reason that top of your air cleaner retaining screw is wobbly is so that it can do some self-alignment here. It's not sticking off to the side. You see, this hole isn't even centered. You can rotate your air cleaner around because to fit close to the fan shroud or get some engine cabinet room. Then the next thing that is going to go over this are these outerwears. I've used these forever on the sand. I just am a big firm believer in them. They're like $15.95 each. In the old days, in the real old days, we used to use pantyhose. Take some, I don't even know if girls wear pantyhose. I haven't seen those on a lady in a long time. But they'd always get a run in one leg or the other, and they'd have a pile of these one-legged hose. So what we used to do is take the leg and you'd put it over your air cleaner, and then you'd pull it up and you twist it and you'd pull it back down, and then you'd tie it with a rubber band or something. But this is a very, it won't restrict the air, but it's kind of like a line of defense to keep that cotton oiled air filter from that, bigger stuff. It just makes your air cleaners last a little longer, get good flow through them. Once I put that over my air cleaner, over that I'm going to put this uni foam filter, which you can see through it. It's your first line of defense. Second, primary filter, secondary filter, main filter. that's how I protect my engines when I'm going in the dirt and off-road or in the sand. So don't over tighten the nut. It comes with a new wing nut and washer. Make sure you get everything in there and nothing's in a bind.